you've learned that Senvin Cromvale is the brother to Diurnor Cromvale, uncle of Nimlalway, and through marriage relative of Lorien. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where we left off. You guys.
My family are just a bunch of cold, stuck-up pricks. They don't go about destroying the world. At least my side. I mean, I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay.
It's starting to get a bit incesty. Come on.
Wait, what's incesting?
Oh,
I know. I wasn't paying attention.
Not worry, I know the pain.
Huh.
Anyway, so where did we leave off? Oh yeah.
It looks like the most of you are in this sort of side room.
We had just listened to L'Oreal tell us what was in the letter, or
Oh
what
yeah,
it meant.
so we haven't actually explored this area to the northwest. The southeast is, and then we have that door at the south that had that weird combination, I think.
Well, I've been working with this fucking puzzle we find. This thing. It's a bit chaotic.
this is so massive.
But I'm missing a lot of the symbols still, like a lot of them.
So,
Right. But the first thing that we should just finish is this room up here. What was on the tables up here?
Right.
I know we did. We looted this. We didn't check around it.
Right, so you see 2 regular long swords, 2 regular short swords, and a rack and it has on the rack you have a regular scimitar, a regular quarterstaff, and a regular bastard sword. The only magical or unique item was the one that I believe it was Trigger that picked up. It was a necrotic rapier.
Yep.
yes.
That one does not require attunement.
Is it mention the name of player's manual for that? Hold on.
Well, it's probably not in your player's manual.
Is it not?
A lot of the stuff. I mean, it follows 5e rules, but a lot of the stuff I make are in manuals, but a lot of it are just homebrew. A lot of the stuff, if you just apply basic rules like this is a radiant sword, or this is a necrotic something, you can just combine the two, or like a +1 this, a +1 that. It won't be listed in any of the manuals, but so necrotic will essentially do an additional 1d6 necrotic damage to whatever you hit. Obviously, there are some creatures that are unaffected by that, and some that are. Some of the undead ghosts are or are not.
Where are you going?
So this is Nimbalwe's dad?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just going to do a quick recap because I know it's been a lot of time in between. You know that Golazar is sort of the Northhold terminology for like protector of the town. His real name is Senvin Cromvale. Right. So I see that Rollhall is being so intrepid. He's pushing forward, which means we have to make some. Which means we have to make some rolls. First, a perception roll for Rollhall, and
I think we'd follow with him, all of us, I would say. But
Also, the fella behind me.
Yeah, Falminar's supposed to be.
Humpty Dumpty Doo.
Yes, we'll make a perception roll. And Joseph is right behind him as well. So, Joseph, you also make a
Perception.
God.
Let's see.
This thing is rolling so low. What the hell?
Do I make one being behind me
What's
with
rolling
my
low?
dark sight?
Nothing's rolling low. My environmental rolls. Let me do a little bit of a visual reveal here because you guys have dark vision and stuff. Especially, also Joseph has the goggles of.
And
I have the glowing ass daylight aura,
Yeah.
Steve.
That too. When you're also showing up to the scene. The scene of the soon-to-be crime.
And I have my lantern.
That too. Which shall also reveal this symbol next to the Y here.
I don't like this.
Let me zoom in a bit so I can see that shit.
Oh no!
Water.
It's the black evil that killed Tasha Yara in the first or second season of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
So, Rohal, you see, okay, well, before you guys move forward, you hear lots of moaning that you've heard last session as well. Moaning and groaning down in the pit below. You perceive these to be some form of undead with your 24 roll. Unnatural, but of, yeah, probably zombies or ghouls, or you're not sure what it is. Joseph, you are following Rohal, and you also see lots of stalactites on the ceiling, some water dripping. You see that this is sort of an unrefined area, or a place that has gone into disrepair. You're not really sure what, or there was a cave-in, something of that sort. It doesn't have the same masonry. Some of the tiles are there, but there's cave walls. There's water, kind of dirty water, sort of dripping, and there's also sort of like long filaments of slime, sort of all over the place and sort of dangling. And Rohal actually has to like push some aside as he walks forward. And you also hear the moaning with a 17 perception.
Hey guys, back there. We hear something moaning down there.
Really? Like, what kind of moaning?
Don't.
Not that kind of moaning,
Oh.
sadly.
Exactly. No, don't.
You can listen for yourself.
Oh, listen. I should probably open up my character sheet, though, if I'm gonna listen. I've been eating pâte de crème, so...
I would
Do I
like
need
to
to
peek in.
roll
I would
a-
like to peek
I
into
don't-
the,
I don't
You
think-
all hear at this point. You're all close enough to hear.
Yeah, because if you're actually
lots of
listening for
myself.
something, that's a different story.
I would like to peek into the chasm.
Oh, very
From the
good.
edge.
So
I
are
would
you
like
wearing
to push Joseph into the cavern while he's on good.
are you wearing the goggles right now, Joseph?
I mean, if I wasn't, then I'm wearing them now.
Yeah. So, let's see here. So approximately 30 feet below, you see about 5 or 6 zombies shuffling around at the base of the cavern.
30 feet, that is...
About 25 feet.
That's a good amount of
Divide.
meters.
Yeah, divide by 3 and you get it in meters.
Okay.
And the
Now-
walls of this chasm are also kind of rough, and there's a few very thin ledges as well.
Are there
Yes.
any, like, exits at the bottom of the cavern, or is it just solid?
You do not see any exits. A few small holes in the walls, but there's no exits. There's no tunnels leading out.
Are they standing grouped up by chance? Is it like a wide area they're standing in?
It's a fairly small area, maybe about 20 feet by 20 feet, and they're kind of shuffling around. So they don't seem to be heading toward any particular direction.
I hold my hand up, and a little bit of flame dances on my fingertips.
Okay.
Should I
Hold on.
Hold up.
What's the point?
end their undead suffering? You know, if
Yeah.
we wanted to.
So I'm gonna at the same time just go ahead and at the location where they're most centered, I'm going to place a moonbeam.
Oh,
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
which I was just gonna use a cantrip, which doesn't waste
Yeah, I
spell
know,
slots,
I
but
know.
you know, hey.
But I mean, if there's a way up, or something, Plus, it's
Then I'll
radiant
fuck 'em up.
damage.
Okay, so tell me how much damage that does. Or you have to roll it,
hold on.
right?
Yeah, just a sec. I'm gonna go with that one. It's a 17 damage, and they need to do a Constitution 15.
Radiant damage as well. is that-
Yeah, radiant, exactly. Hold on, I'm gonna open up my. There we go. Open up a separate window. Exit lens. I'll link the ability if it's actually here. What is this? My abilities. There we go. Okay, good. It is not here. How do I find abilities? Like spells?
What do you mean, like on Google or like on your?
No,
there's
It's
there's,
in the
on-
center of your main,
there's the tab, yeah.
in
On
core.
top right or center.
Core. Okay. And
You
then-
mean like to cast Moonbeam? If you look under your hit dice, there should be a list of like spells and stuff.
Not under there.
I found the spells area where I have my cantrips and all my spells, but I don't
Not the
use this
spell
one to
sheet.
add spells. Okay. Core.
Not the spell sheet, but in core, look in the middle, look under hit dice. There should be
Oh, we
Your
haven't
weapons in
added
your-
we haven't added
Where's-
spell rolls
Oh.
there yet. We can
Oh,
take the
okay.
time to do that, but we haven't actually added rolls for that yet. So we can just do the roll in with the command.
But
like,
where do I find the
To
spell?
create it?
I want
Right.
to link. I want to link
You see
it.
the info thing, the compendium, top right?
Let's see. Edit.
No, top right, like off the actual screen, the actual with the map. There's the chat,
Okay.
there's the journal, then there's the compendium. Search for Moonbeam and drag that onto your character
Journal.
sheet.
So
Okay,
remind
right
me,
there.
Moonbeam.
All right,
you
gotcha.
you can sustain Moonbeam through several rounds if it were to be.
I believe. Hold on.
concentration, and you can move it between
Yeah.
rounds too.
So I will say that the zombies sort of shuffle around and are burning through the Moonbeam, and you actually kill them all by doing so. Because they're actually trapped down there, and there is no initiative because they can't actually attack you from down there. So you successfully slay them. You see that they were of varying races. You might see one that is a gnome, one that is a halfling, and a few that might be either half elf, or human. You can't really tell from their
Gnome
looks
zombie.
and from their rotted bodies.
Okay. So there's no danger down there anymore. Thumbs up, everyone.
Ship in the hole.
Yeah, I kind of want to check them out. TBH. Is there any way up from there, or
It's a
do we?
big drop, man. It's 9 meters.
Yeah.
You see that the ceiling is also quite high as well. It's almost about twice. the
I can
distance high.
I
It's
can
about
send my
40
owl
feet high.
down to look at it if you really want.
Let's keep moving.
But actually,
We're kind of
just
chasing a
actually-
warlock.
Yeah.
Joseph, as you
chasing a
cross that wooden board, it creaks significantly. It is
Ooh.
it is holding
And,
it is holding each of your weight, but it is very weak.
I'm gonna get everybody to this middle bit and we'll go all that time.
Falmenar, be careful with those planks, especially with the weight
Can
you get.
I, before we go anywhere, can I get my 50 foot of silk rope out and throw the slack over to Sid
For
or Joseph? Sorry.
Sure. Yeah. absolutely.
Felminar is gonna jump. I would think.
Hold on. For the people that are on this little island here, or like here, I'm gonna use my charm and give everyone the what is that called, Steve? Featherfall, like the.
You can do that if you're falling
Featherfall's
instead.
the one.
You don't.
Yeah. Featherfall
you
works
don't have to
as
use
you're
it until
falling.
we're falling.
It works in less than a round. It works like I think as a reaction,
Really?
instantaneously.
No, it lasts for
Bonus.
quite a long time, but you can cast it as a reaction, so you can use it if you start
Yeah.
falling.
So you can save it.
I'm
if
not
people
using
start
it
falling.
as an. I'm not.
No?
I'm using the fucking item for it. So it's.
Feather
You
thing you
can
picked
you
up.
can use
Yeah,
the
we're
item
talking
also as a
about the-
reaction, so you don't have to waste it basically. So it would be, I think it's a one-time use item that I currently have it
What?
set as.
Really? There's a feather token?
I
thought
think
you
it's a
said
one.
that
I
it
have to
was-
pull it up. I have to pull it up.
Okay,
It
sure.
was
I
Yeah, I
thought
think
it
it
was,
was.
Yeah, Quill's feather token.
We'll survive. We'll make it over.
I can
It's
check
not
that for
Yeah,
you. I
big
can
of a
check
gap.
But
that for you.
I thought it was a thing that you could continuously use because it's such a like I don't know. It basically adds a cantrip to you if as long as you have it on you.
I'll
I
say that you
like-
can use it. I'll say that you can use it infinitely.
Okay. Cool.
Sweet.
So just to be on the safe side, you could just put that on everyone, and they can just jump and basically skip over.
Well, for Featherfall, I think it would be a personal use. It wouldn't be a group Featherfall. Well, hold on. Featherfall,
Okay,
the
right.
spell is for people. Hold on. I think it actually is for. We are getting into technicalities.
More
here.
targets, the more. I don't know. I think it's the more targets, the more like the high level it is.
Sorry. You take when you are a creature within 60 feet. So it's for one
Only use-
target.
Only
It's
used
for
once.
you or a creature within 60 feet of you falls.
Where
So it's
tiny
technically-
magical
Oh,
objects.
sorry. You can choose
that
up to 5
could be
falling
used-
creatures. Up to 5 falling creatures within 60 feet of you. Wow, that's a long range. Damn.
Where tiny magical objects that could be only used once before being exhausted. So it's once.
Calls? Okay, yeah. So that's what Chris is saying. Basically, you can only you might as well use it when
Yeah.
like someone's falling.
Yeah. So I will not use that. All right.
Sounds good.
Well, then just
cross over. Like you made it over. We'll make it over.
I didn't make it over.
So
Falmanar is just gonna hop.
These ones are the
So
weak ones.
Falmanar can easily jump over this first stop, but Ev, do an athletics for the second one, or athletics, or actually do acrobatics instead. Athletics is more for like sustained exercise and things like that.
Let me. Is it okay? Oh no, really?
He's proficient with that armor, so I don't think he's going to get any negatives. So he actually doesn't make it across, but lands on the wood. The wood supports his weight.
Oh, that's good.
He's pretty heavy, but most of his stuff is in bag of holding. I think somebody has his stuff in bag of holding.
Yeah, that.
Did I need to make a roll too, or
It depends. Are you jumping or are you walking?
jumping?
Yeah, make an acrobatics.
So Fred's got hold of my rope. Joseph's got hold of my rope, right?
It's on top.
Huh? What?
I threw my rope over to you. Did you pick it up and hold
Oh,
it?
I didn't hear. I didn't hear it.
Roll Hall slips and is hanging on the side of the board there. Does anybody want to help him?
Falmanar will pick him up.
Errol's like, nah.
Falmanar does so.
Not close.
Yeah.
The ground is awfully dusty, and as I said, there's water dripping in strange filaments of sort of slime kind of dripping from the stalactites. So that's what he slips on when he makes his leap, even with his boots of the elven kind, which leave no footprints.
So I'm gonna get halfway across the board, and then I'm gonna jump.
Okay, make an acrobatics.
Oh, I get to roll my dice.
Yep. Don't forget, you need to add stuff. It's not a flat roll. You need to look at your character sheet and add.
Athletics, did you say, or acrobatics?
Yeah. So whatever your modifier is on your
3,
acrobatics.
9, 11.
Yeah, you're good. You're across. You're across. It's not too far of a jump.
Can I do a little backflip on the way, just to finesse?
Not with that roll. A little backflip on the way.
What about with a 12?
No.
I mean, are you attempting that? Because that might change what happens to you.
Can I, just before we go on, just to see if I can do it
On a
without
wet surface, trying to do a
can I
backflip
on
over
this
like...
wet surface, can I on this move to a safe distance away from the edge here, and I'm going to go, hey everybody, watch me stick this gnarly backflip, and I'm going to do it with a fucking 7 and a 3. It's a 10.
wait.
I gave him +5 to the roll with my flash of genius.
Okay, because he was about to pull a muscle really badly. He barely lands the backflip ungracefully, and tries to catch his balance while sliding on this wet surface, but doesn't pull a muscle.
I can't do it. It's
But he notices that he's fairly close to this edge that goes into like pure darkness and dead zombies.
I step away and say nothing of it.
Fucking idiots.
Well, be happy that they're dead.
I can't turn
jump
my
over as
token
well.
anymore. That's really weird.
That is weird. I'll help you.
So you just jump into the pit.
Yeah,
Just
I
backflip
jump
into the
over as
fucking
well.
zombie pit.
I'm gonna pick my rope back up.
Pro game remove. Watch this.
You want me to roll as well, Steve? To get over?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, if you're gonna jump, if you're gonna walk, you're fine. If you're gonna walk,
I could probably use walk, but I'll jump as well. Fuck it.
Oh, I'm gonna wait for Fred.
I want to look cool.
Yeah.
Do a backflip. Do a
I'm
backflip.
gonna laugh. If
It's
one
a
of us
20.
Dies.
Oh,
nice.
you impress everybody,
I flip
and
over.
actually, when you jump over, some of the other individuals think that your suit propelled you when it was actually just your own athletic abilities, because they see what your suit does and your.
Oh, that's a
your
21
armor,
actually. Sorry.
and they, even though it was your own physicality, they think that you've got propelled by something.
I'm gonna be like, I look
It's
at.
definitely my suit helping me. It is.
I look
Actually,
at
that's
Fred.
funny. That is, it did have a modification there, didn't it?
I look at Fred and say, my backflip.
I've got like
was so
springs
cool.
at the boots, so I use the springs to jump a bit higher over. All right.
Some creatures just have colorful plumage when they're trying to impress someone to get a mate, but apparently you all do
fucking half
backflips.
I backflip. I'm not very smart, you see, but I can backflip. I'll do it again if you want. If it was.
No, I'm good.
Okay. I can also do front flips.
With your incredibly high perception roll hall that you had earlier, you also think you notice or hear something shuffling about somewhere in these caverns, but you're not quite sure, and you no longer hear it anymore.
I'm
I
gonna
heard
pass
some
some.
shuffling around over here, things. So
Somewhere behind you.
Be on your guard.
I'm gonna
hiding.
strain my
Okay.
ears. Can I tell where it's coming
Behind
from?
us.
With a 22, you hear nothing. It was only something that Rohal heard in passing earlier, and it is now silent for Rohal as well.
Can I? Oh no, I'm not.
Like when I was standing here, I heard something behind me, or where?
Well, kind of when everyone was bustling and jumping, you thought you might have heard a sound echoing from a different location.
yeah.
But there was so much noise and so much bustling and jumping that you were uncertain.
Hey,
You no
Lorian,
longer-
could you just come with me for a moment?
If Steve will move my token, because I think I need to like drag a new token in.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. I can remove
I'll
this
go
one
with
once you
as
join
well.
the new one.
Um,
So as you do so, there's filaments that you have to kind of push aside that are kind of dangling, and there's kind of you can hear your footsteps squishing on the masonry, which is sort of got sort of calcite kind of crystallized over it from the stalagmites above. And as you walk back, you don't really notice anything else. It was something in passing you heard kind of shuffling. That's the only way to describe it. It's sort of kind of like a shuffling movement.
Can you put your light over this area down there? Just want to see it all the colors.
I think it has like daylight for 30 feet, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think even more than 30. I think it might be 60.
And then
Yeah, 60,
yeah,
I think.
so
I'd have
I
to-
don't
I'd
need
have
to
to
move
check
my
that.
light. So.
You
Yeah.
all see nothing. You all see nothing. In the pit, you see the dead zombies are undisturbed. They don't seem to have anything of
can we
value on them.
see? Okay, nothing of value. Nothing like over here. Nothing in this little crevice here.
No. You just see that this is a fairly narrow cavern in the sense that it is a very high ceiling, very deep cavernous pit. Everything is sort of like kind of glazed over with this like water and stalactite stuff.
Okay.
But,
Right.
it seems to be clear.
Well, just want to be on the safe side, but keep your eyes out.
All right.
Because the masonry stopped here, right? And these walls are a bit more, like, they're a lot more rough. So we've entered a different area, except for the floor. The floor is, like, decent. I just wonder what could have happened over here, though. Like with this floor. Why isn't that covered up? Since everything else is full of masonry. Whatever, let's continue.
Traps, maybe. Is this a door here?
Here you see some columns that have crumbled and cracked away. You think that since these were not as fine as dwarven architecture or something like that, they've kind of aged over the years and from the moisture of this cavernous vapor. And they've crumbled these pillars here. So these are overturned pillars, essentially.
Can
Around
I
the
see
corner-
down here?
Yeah, around the corner you see that this is a refined hallway again that leads back into kind of the masonry that you've been seeing before. Same kind of architecture of these catacombs.
Skeletons?
You do see some bones. They've been there for a very long time. Across the side, you think? Not full skeletons, just bones.
What are these doors here?
You can inspect those bones if you want to. This is an open door here. You see that the panels are open. They're wooden.
I'll
The
walk through it.
bones. Let's see what your investigation is loading for me. 19. You see these bones are somewhat digested and kind of also there's calcite over them, and they've been there for a long time. Kind of maybe discarded by something or someone.
I'm gonna get with Fred.
Pooped out, or what?
Okay, this hallway I'm revealing for you. Let me reveal that for you. down
Discarded,
this
like
way.
pooped out, or what like...
A combination of either pooped out or just sort of tossed aside. You're not really sure. It could be just the remnants of bones that have been shuffled away by the warlocks. You don't know, or if it was a creature that dumped it there. You're not really certain.
Gotcha.
There's a thin wooden door here that you're pinging. Whoever's pinging that. And you can
Okay.
actually see through the cracks of the wood. It's actually quite a flimsy door.
Can we see what these things are?
Yeah, these
Weapons
are weapon racks, and all the weapons in here are rusted over. Joseph, since you're looking through Joseph and Fredgeek, you guys make perception rolls because you're the first ones to kind of look in here. Right away, you both do notice, regardless of your rolls, that the weapons are rusted in here. This place is much more moist. There may have been leaks in this part of the tomb. Joseph, you notice, and I'm waiting for
Oh, sorry, 12.
12. Even with the 12, you kind of notice something out of your corner of your eye. But Joseph, you notice a small, unidentified figurine of a sword on the floor. On the floor of this blue carpet here, this kind of tattered carpet.
Figurine. You mean
And there's
like
a sigil. There's a sigil there at the end, and you, even without making a roll, you kind of recognize this sigil as something to do with the paladins. You're not really sure what sect of paladin they were, and you know this is related to their tombs. And it's sort of those are ornamental swords up there. They're not really used for combat or anything, but it's a figurine. Yeah, it's a small stone figurine of a sword, shaped like a sword, laying on the carpet there.
It's probably important.
I would like to open the door.
The door opens, and you see basically everything you saw through the crack in the wood, as the cracks were rather large.
Anything that otherwise sticks to the eye of a rogue, traps? Anything deadly?
You don't perceive there to be any danger in this room, but you're not certain. You can make an investigation if you want.
I would like to do an investigation.
You think that there's no traps in here. This place is awfully dusty and moldy, which is why the weapons are all rusted and uncared for. You think that these weapons may have been maybe left here in honor of the paladins when they were buried. This place has not been upkept in a very long time.
I
feel
would
like
like
we should check this part
to
first.
inspect the figurine, pick it up and inspect.
Yeah, it looks very finely crafted for a tiny little figurine. It's only about as small as, like a pocket watch or something. It's very small. You feel that it might be arcane in nature, something that is outside of your expertise.
What have you got there?
Is it?
Can I have a look?
Hey.
No.
Can I do arcana roll to even understand if it is?
You can.
I mean-
You can.
Should I start making my way down this corridor, or should I wait, guys? I say out loud.
I'd recommend waiting.
Let's go.
You're
Don't
not
want to get-
sure what it is. Sorry, go on.
And don't want you to get your ass ate, non-consensually by something undead cupcake.
I chat back. I think I'll be fine.
Joseph
push
kind
with
of sighs to that and shows.
So, as Jinyo
Figurine.
pushes onward, he walks past an empty storage room. The crates are just empty with some old straw. And in here, a room with a fine carpet and kind of a nicely crafted desk and an old bookshelf.
I'm gonna investigate the room. 7.
Alright.
Carpet
9.
seem magical.
Inside,
do
you
it.
actually find, you see the desk has some drawers and some paperwork which is sort of yellowed and kind of destroyed by water. But you're not sure what's in the desk drawer. Do you inspect the
I'm gonna
contents
go
of the
up
desk?
and then. What's this thing here?
That's an old pen holder with a quill and a pen in it.
I'm gonna swipe that from my journal.
Sure. So you can add that. You can add pen. It's actually a pen. It's got a place where you can pour ink into it from your ink vials.
I'm gonna put pen, quill, inkwell.
Yeah.
Can I sort of gingerly open the drawer? Can I look at see if the drawer's locked or without like ripping it open?
You don't see a
But
lock on it. You don't see a lock on it. at all.
Can I investigate the drawer a bit further?
Sure.
17 add to 19.
That's a high roll. You don't perceive there to be any traps or anything unusual to do with this drawer. It seems to open easy if you want to.
Alright, I'm gonna slide the drawer open.
Inside, it's a fairly deep drawer. You see that there are 3 dagger traps and 2 noise traps. You, more than others here, except for maybe Joseph, know that these are traps that can be used by people like yourself who are trained in traps, and you can set these traps yourself. These are traps that can be set. It takes about 1 full in-game round to set them. You know that each of the... So there are 3 dagger traps and 2 noise traps. The dagger traps require approximately a DC 13 to set. I do about 1d8 plus 2 each. And the noise traps, basically, they're similar to like the Hunt Showdown type of noise traps. They kind of set off different bells and things.
I'll take those and put them in my inventory.
All right.
Well, I'll give some to you, Sid. I assume you want 1 or 2. Sid, I was asking you. He's not. Oh,
He's
Joseph.
not here. He's.
Oh yeah. Never mind. Never mind. I'll talk to him.
Read the chat, Steve.
Yeah. Let me see. So yeah,
looking for something under it.
you don't appear to be anything other than stone slabs and bricks underneath the rugs.
Can we move the carpet?
You can.
Yeah, that's why I stomped around though. But
You see that the carpet is slightly damaged just from the moisture in here, but it's easy to move. It's rather heavy, and underneath it you see that there's just the same masonry that you see in the hallways and in the room here. So slabs of stone and wood here. This is just this thing that you see here is just part of a logo that I have blacked out. A logo with text on the map itself. It's not like a switch or anything.
what was?
This is a bookshelf, but everything here is damaged and molded over from the moisture and rats and things. But I will have Fred have a perception roll, please.
In the where? Am I still down there?
A perception roll from where you are.
Up here in the hallway? Alright.
Yeah, you're here. Yeah, make a perception roll. As everybody rushes back. Wow.
Well, I was making my way back.
You had a 9, you said?
Yeah, that's a 9.
So with a 9, you actually hear something topple over in the next area over this way. You're not sure what it was, but it could have been wood or something.
Was it how loud is it? Like, do we, as we're coming up? Because realistically, we're still coming up.
You both can hear it as well.
Yeah.
It sounds like something tipped over, something small tipped over.
Can you, from the sound, can I gauge the size? Like, is it like something been knocked off the desk, or is it like someone's pushed like a statue over? Like the difference of.
Sounds like maybe a barrel has been rolled or something slightly.
Like signal the other people over, and then push up the rest of the door.
I ready myself while they're heading towards the door.
Guys.
Yeah.
We heard something here.
Yeah. My helmet pops up.
I will pocket the little figurine.
What did you ever figure out what that was?
No, you guys were talking, so
Okay, gotcha.
So we'll have to save it for later.
Ev, make an Arcana roll on that while you're here.
Damn.
You're not sure what
Looks
it is.
Looks like a religious thing.
Well, even with a 9, Ev, even with a 9, you believe that it is something that transforms into something else. And it might, similar to kind of Qual's feather token, you think that this is some kind of token that can also transform into something. But to the untrained eye, it just looks like a small stone figurine.
By the way, I just want to say
that's the one Sid has.
I read a little bit about Qual's feather token. The Qual's feather token isn't specific, like it's not explicit for Featherfall. It's actually relative to the creator. Like there's.
I think we found a few different ones.
Yeah, there's different kinds. You have at least 2 among the party now. I've modified them slightly, but they also the DM. It's at the DM's discretion as to what they can do. Some can do more than one thing, but the ones that you have do one specific thing. For example, Sid has one that prevents a ship from moving for 24 hours when he attaches it to the ship.
Yeah, so we could identify what that was, like actually identified.
Yes, I think you did. So we're going to say that it is a one-time use Featherfall.
Yep.
As the spell Featherfall. So it could be you or someone else within 60 feet of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
Cool.
At the store, I'm
Already.
ready my fists. I'm ready to punch something.
Okay.
If there's something bad on the other side.
So when you say that, is that a actual literal readied action?
I mean, I'm gonna be too far away. I'm only gonna punch it if it's right close to it.
Yeah,
If not,
I'm
it's no
ready
point.
to like fight when the door's open if we have to.
Well, so a
Thing
readied
is, with a
action
melee
works.
attack, I can't really do much.
So the way a readied action works is you are dedicating your next turn's action to a specific trigger. So for example, you might say something like,
nothing in that.
the next hostile creature I see, I will attack. That's a very general one.
Are we allowed to move to do that though? Is it not just if he comes?
You can charge. For example, you can charge. Like if
Well, if initiative order, if initiative order works, well, unless you specify, yes, I run toward and attack. That's
It's usually
maybe
just
not,
action, not the
yeah,
movement.
it's usually just an action, so movement wouldn't count.
Yeah,
so
I
if
don't-
initiative order,
I
you
used-
can only move on your turn.
I just put up my fists. I don't actually ready an attack. I used to
Okay.
Oh, that's
got
a
myself out to
microphone.
fight something.
In fact, I get the necrotic rapier out.
Okay.
Well,
So
bit of
it is.
sparkles from my
These
boots.
are two fairly large wooden doors. They don't appear to be locked.
charging is an action technically, but in that regard, but yeah, because you're charging a target. Anyways, let's continue.
Okay. Are you guys opening the door?
Yes.
Okay.
It
When
is.
you do, you see
Oh.
you see three of these creatures immediately turn toward you and face you, and they start running at you.
The necrotic sword will be inefficient.
Are we able to see how close they are?
Yes, I'm about to reveal the
Would I know that from this that my necrotic rapier is not going to be useful? Does my character know that?
Make a religion roll on this one, because this has to do with undead and things like
Or
that.
is that another D20?
That would be d20 plus whatever your religion modifier is on your character sheet.
10, 12.
Okay, 12. So you think that these creatures will have resistance to necrotic. You're not entirely sure what they are, though.
Can I get my radiant short sword out?
Sure. With that 12, you're not certain whether the radiant damage will do additional damage or if it'll do a normal amount of damage.
Not to be honest.
It's not going to do less damage, though, is it?
You don't think it'll do less damage. You don't think it'll do less damage to anything in this entire region, to be honest with you, unless you come across like a celestial or something.
Well, you do have my sword that is a +1 as well, but you know, if not gonna use that,
I can use that.
I'm made for you.
So let me prepare initiative order, and let me
Clear
clear
it
off the board, and we'll do fresh rolls here. Each
Do you
of you
want
can
rolls?
each of you can choose to do religion or an intelligence roll to identify what these
So I
are.
have
Initiative.
to, if I
Roll
roll,
initiative in the actual game trigger is easier.
and it will give me, it would add my rash audacity to it as well.
Why religion?
I don't know if we set that up.
The reason why I choose your religion because, well, first of all, I like to
You can
let
modify the
certain-
numbers trigger.
I like to let certain
worry about it.
skills that are kind of overshadowed kind of shine sometimes, but also because certain
Yeah, I think I
undead
have
creatures can be identified by people who are like clerics, for example, or people who know what is like holy or unholy and things like that. And undead sometimes fall into the category of like creatures that have been created by like unholiness and things like that. So that's why religion. So I'm letting you choose between religion or intelligence. So you did perception roll, Hall.
Oh, that was the perception. Shit, not intelligence. Jesus.
That's all right.
Okay.
That's all right.
Hold
That's
on.
all right.
My bad.
I got a
mine
nat
is either.
20, Steve, but it's 24.
Mine's a religion as well.
There
So
we
these
go.
creatures only got a 6. I'm going to give them all the same roll just to make things simple. Here we go. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this.
Oh, bitch.
Did you add the thing to your initiative trigger?
Yeah, it should do it.
Yeah.
It does it
Oh yeah,
automatically.
it's +6. You don't have +6
Yeah.
naturally. That's good.
No.
So Roll Hall, one who deals with nature and things like that, he knows that these are quite unnatural. He's heard of these before. He believes that these are ghasts. They're related to ghouls, but they also have a poisonous stench that is absolutely horrendous to smell.
We've done this already. We
You
did,
saw my roll, right, Steve?
we did this in town.
Yeah, but every gas can, unlike certain creatures, gas can look and sound quite different. as well.
Okay. Look on the floor, by the way.
They can be shaped in different ways. Yes, you also see the symbol of the paladins. This is reminiscent of the paladin symbol. This is their tomb and sort of like some of the areas around it. This is where they were also. It's like a morgue as well. It's a morgue and a tomb all in one. And what did you say, Ev? I'm sorry.
Did you see my 24 nat 20 roll?
Yeah, I got a 24 with a 19.
Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you absolutely know this is a ghast, Ev. Once again, I didn't go so deep into your character. Considering you've been playing this game for a year and a half, I left a lot of the mystery kind of in the backstory there as you've explored this new homebrew. But your character, now that I'll get to it, you know, you've gone through several university classes for several years. That's where you learned your arcana. You have caring parents and things like that, but they're very much in favor of your exploration. That's why they allowed you to go across the sea, and you're kind of an independent person. You've hired Falmanar to be your personal bodyguard to see what this inheritance is all about. And they sort of were very much they have a hands-off approach to you doing this. They see that this is a good thing. You're going to reconnect with family and whatnot, and that's what they saw it as. They have no idea that you're dungeon crawling and going through all of this. And in your classes, you've touched upon many things, many worldly things, although you don't have the world experience for a lot of these things. You've read a lot about them, and you have heard about these unholy beings, these ghasts.
I quickly tell people what I know about them, you know? Like...
Does Ev know that it's gonna... Would I do more damage to them? Are you gonna know that with the radiance?
She doesn't know that you have a radiant sword, and she notices you take it out. I don't know, what would you say, Ev, when he takes out the radiant sword? It's up to you.
Do I know that radiant damage will go well?
Even with your 24, you know almost everything about ghasts except their weakness or strength to radiance.
Well,
you're not certain. You know that it won't. You know that it won't help them. You know that it won't help them.
They are undead, no?
They are, but not all undead are weak to.
No, but the great majority of them.
Correct.
Yeah.
So as we've already expressed earlier in this cave, radiant damage is generally good against these guys. So therefore, the person who has the radiant sword would assume that it is effective.
Trigger assumes that.
Has it in his hand, so.
Yeah, I've got
Genio assumes that, but Lorien is not certain. And out of character, I'll say that it doesn't do extra. The creatures don't have a weakness to them. They don't have a weakness to it.
You should have used the thing I infused for you, Trigger.
It still does damage, though.
I can still use that.
It'll still do additional radiant damage. It's not a weakness
Yeah,
to it.
I can still use.
Not
right now.
Pull out 2 other swords. You're not going to pull that out as well.
Not right now, I can't. But next time.
I see. I'm the third best for you, Trigger.
No, it's got a use. It's a lightsaber. Your sword. It lights up rooms as well. It's got a use. It's only got 4 charges on it.
Also blind them if they attack you.
Yeah, but exactly.
Save your life.
These guys are not.
Only if you use it.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
I will. We can bicker about this afterwards. Right now, we're getting charged by these fucking horrible zombie bullshit things that need to die.
Joseph, you have the first move.
Burning.
You can speak, Ev.
Yeah.
Speaking is a free action.
No, I suggest burning them. That usually works on undead.
As a ready action, can I throw some oil on the floor here, just in front of us, like a flask?
So a ready to action means you will turn. You will give away your action on your turn, and the ready action needs to be triggered by something else. That's what makes it a ready to action. For example, if the creature addresses me by name, I will take out this parchment, and you can do that if it's not your turn. But if you're going to do an attack, I mean, it's your turn. You can go ahead and do what you want to do. You know.
All right, I'll just wait then.
Thank you, Edwin.
So it's your turn. Are you going to wait, or are you going to do something?
That's not my turn.
It is your turn. Oh, I'm sorry, Joseph. I'm getting mixed up between the 2 rogues here. Yeah, Joseph, go ahead.
Hi, Beastets. How far is it from me to this guy?
Scores.
25 feet.
25 feet.
And you have 30 feet. About 29. Yeah, well, I think the distance is actually correct when you did that. What was it? How was the control for that?
The ruler. It's top left. you can
I
see.
always forget what that damn thing is. Yeah.
Basically 30 feet, huh?
Yeah. It's about 29, 30 feet.
I'm going to move past Frederick. This is so hard to remember name. And I'm going to take out my left hand, my hand crossbow, and take a shot at this dude. And I guess I'll do a disadvantage roll for my hand crossbow since one-eyed Joe. Does 14 hit?
It actually does. Nice work. You hit it.
And I will move back.
Okay.
Thanks.
So you see it shoot into its fleshy shoulder, and unlike the zombies you fought, it reacts very much so to the pain. Next, it is
It's my turn.
Fred Geek's turn. Fred Geek.
Well, I'm going to begin with using 20 feet. Yeah, I'm going to begin by running up to this one. And I'm going to punch it.
Nice.
Oh.
What is your attack roll?
It's only a 13 to hit.
No,
It's-
you do not.
The creature
sorry.
attempts to dodge to the left, but you barely connect.
Ooh.
And you do hit.
That is... Oh no. I 7 thunder damage.
7? Nice. Okay.
Yeah. And it leaves a little thundering, like a cloud around him, like a field. Which makes it so if it attacks someone else, it has disadvantage. Someone other than me.
It cries out a startling shriek. Actually, you can all hear it echoing through the halls as that happens. And some of the barrels actually move from the thunder damage behind him too, just slightly.
I'm going to use another 10 feet of movement, so I got 5 left to run up to this one.
Very doable.
And I punch it.
Does the other one not get attack of opportunity because you ran out of melee range?
I got the mobile feat.
Oh, then yeah.
So if I attack something, even though I miss or hit, I think that was says they don't get an opportunity attack.
Good point, both of you. Thank you for reminding me and thank you for clarifying. Okay, so what's your attack roll?
That's a natural one.
A natural one.
Well, do I have no? No, I'm not. No, I am. Shit.
Are you looking something up?
It's the one on the, yeah, never mind. It's a halfling, sorry.
Right. So it is only a little bit taller than you. These creatures are actually kind of small. So it is rather agile, and it dodges your hit. These are kind of small, freaky little things. Next we have, who is that on?
It's me.
I take a step
Jinio.
back as well.
Is that also with a attack of is that also dodging the attack of opportunity?
Yeah, let me read mobile again.
Okay.
I don't think you. Yeah. I'm gonna move in and.
Whether I hit or not, I don't provoke.
Okay, so we're gonna say you're 10 feet away right now because it makes a big difference. So you're 10 feet now. Go ahead, Jinio.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna run in here with but because there's, I'm gonna attack him. But I'm gonna use a sneak attack because of my rakish audacity, which is you don't need to roll advantage attack to use your sneak attack against creature if you are above it. So I think I just roll a normal. Do I want to roll a normal attack with the crit for?
So it would be a normal attack. If it does hit, you'll get additional crit damage.
So I roll a d20.
The thing is, you have to figure out how much crit you do. I think I added it as a separate attack for you for your level.
So I got it's d20 plus dex, isn't it? So I'm using a dex weapon.
Yes, for a dex weapon.
Natural 20.
Oof.
With
That's gonna be. Is that crit on top of sneak attack?
It's crit for all the dice you roll. Yeah, all the dice you roll is a crit.
Okay, so we're gonna do sneak it. So it's basically sneak attack damage, and then it's criticals, right?
Like every die you roll, you double the damage from it normally.
Wait,
and then you add your modifier after that.
Wait,
Okay.
wait.
Okay, so yeah. So what damage are you dealing?
How did you get advantage? Did you use inspiration?
No, I have rakish audacity. So I
rolled a natural 20.
I rolled a natural
Well,
20.
he rolled a natural 20 plus he's going to get his Dex modifier, which definitely hits as a critical attack. And with Rakish Audacity, he gets critical damage. Oh no, sorry, he gets sneak attack damage on top of that. So let me explain. So he's rolling 8 damage, which is actually going to be 16 damage because of the critical. He's stabbing this guy right.
Sword, by the way, that doesn't have my. That's not my radiant one.
So
I don't know. It's a radiant short sword, wasn't it?
What kind of was it? A short sword? So just roll your short sword damage. And then radiant is 1d6, is it?
So 2 plus 3. 5.
No, you don't do the +3 yet. Like roll all the dice, double the dice, and then add the +3.
So how many dice am I rolling? Just the 1.
I'll let him do it. I did one, but he can do it.
And the sneak attack as well. You roll that one for the sword, plus the sneak attack.
Is the sneak attack doubled with the Rakish Audacity?
Yeah.
Or with
sneak
the
attack.
No, any crits.
Got it. Okay, so you
roll all
you tell him
the
what to
dice
roll.
roll.
You tell him what to roll, and then roll it.
You should be rolling 5d6 then. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4d6. So you want that as a total, right?
Yeah, all 5d6. Told them.
5, 6, 9, and 1 more. 12.
12, and then double that. That was 24. A low 5d6, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that was some shit.
24, and then +3, so that's 27. That should be all of it. Because they don't do any of the radiant shit, then that should be all of it.
So
I'm sorry, are you not in my lap?
27.
Is that before the doubling or after the doubling?
After the doubling.
After the doubling.
Not including the radiant damage.
You stab
How is it only +3 though? What's your dexterity?
My dex is 3.
Because the sword is only +3. Like, it should be proficiency as well. No, never mind, sorry.
Wait, hold on. My dexterity is 17, sorry.
Yeah, that's right. 27, sorry.
27
damage.
Okay.
That's not including my radiant damage, so let me just look that up.
That's not including radiant damage.
No, I still need to
Okay,
add
that makes a very big difference. So, is that also doubled?
Yeah, the die for the radiant damage is double, yeah.
Really?
I just realized we didn't roll for Elminar, so now we have.
Okay, so he got an 8, right? I'll put him in.
What is the radiant
It's
damage?
in there.
I'm trying to find radiant damage here. This is the page 148, but it doesn't say it on there.
Oh my goodness, these guys got the lowest. The ghast's got the lowest.
Oh yeah, it's
roll.
one more d6 triggered. One more d6.
One more d6, alright.
Yeah.
And then double it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
6.
So that's another 12 radiant damage.
So the radiant is what made you finish the guy off. So you stab him straight through the center of the neck, and then you pull the sword to the right, just slashing the neck open, and the creature his head is sort of like dangling off of the neck and falls to the ground. And yeah, the radiant is what did it would have had 2 HP left if you didn't do the radiant on top. So you're all set.
So I've still got movement left right now, haven't I?
You do, yeah.
So I can also use my uncanny dodge.
You've gone about 20 or 20. Well, you don't need to do uncanny. Well, you don't really need to do uncanny dodge. But you can. You can.
Oh no, I don't need to do that. Okay, I got the evasion, which means I don't want to get the attack of opportunity when I leave.
Well, evasion is for like area of effect.
You kill it.
Oh wait. Oh yeah,
creature's dead. Creature's dead.
Alright, so I'm going to run up to this one. I'm going to plunge my knife into its fucking eye.
How much distance did you use so far?
The same as Chris. Like I was here.
It was 20 up to that one.
It was 20 from Chris to here to there, so probably like 18.
Fair enough.
19.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so make your attack. You don't get Rakish Audacity because I think he's standing next to it.
Can I not be? Because he's 10 feet away. So if I went here instead,
I'm confused by that because it's like you get a sneak attack if someone's in front of it, but then you don't. Okay, so he's 10 feet away.
So
yeah, no, you're right. He's 10 feet away.
So I use my Rakish Audacity again, and if I get a 20,
can you do that?
So as a duelist, so to speak, you're kind of charismatic in battle. That's how that works. So you're basically kind of drawing, and you're also
you can only do sneak attack once per turn.
Distracting. Sid is jealous that you're a swashbuckler now.
It's not sneak attack. It's Rakish Audacity, which is my character's natural confidence in battle. It's not. I
think you gain an additional way to use a sneak attack, but I think you can only use it once per turn. I could be wrong.
Let me look. So I don't want to.
Rakish Audacity. Let me look it up. Let's see.
It says you get an additional way to use.
Well, that's right. You already made one attack with your main weapon anyway. You don't have dual.
Oh, okay. Well, I do. I've got a dagger.
But yeah, but you can't use the Rakish Audacity on the dagger, I don't think.
Okay, well I'll use my
I'm not
I'll
sure.
use my. I'll
fine.
look it up before I do it. Hold on.
That's fine.
Or can you look it up?
Yeah, because I think we're using a lot of these second attacks, but I think it's okay with a small finesse weapon. So just make a regular dagger attack.
Yeah, I'll do a
with-
regular dagger attack.
I don't even know if somebody gets a proficiency.
Would
Would
bonus
be
at the end.
without the proficiency as well. So it's not a
so
plus
you would,
anything.
you
It's
would
just a die
minus
roll.
whatever your proficiency is. Yeah, just the die roll. What's the die roll?
So 13.
My God, it hits. What is your one? Roll 1d4 on that.
What's this? What's the
triangle?
D4?
That's the pyramidal die.
Yeah, the pyramid one. Right. 2.
Okay. Better than
Very
nothing.
little.
Better than nothing.
You wouldn't add anything to.
And then with
nice
what's
to get
left of
that.
my movement, I will yeet
That's
off.
going to be an attack of opportunity then, because you don't have enough. That you used your
I
bonus
got-
action on your dagger attack.
Mhm.
That's the thing.
Oh wait, do I not? Hold on. Does fancy?
You can't use disengage because you use
Yeah,
your dagger
I can.
attack.
When you choose your third, when you learn how to land a strike and then slip away without reprisal during your turn, if you make a melee attack against a creature, that creature can't make can't make opportunity attacks against you for the rest of your turn.
Very well.
So I
Which one was
do that, and then that's fancy footwork
Oh yeah.
and dip out.
Legitimate.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Basically the mobile thing.
swashbucklers have a ridiculous amount of mobility and damage dealing at the expense of like not casting or healing or any of that
And
stuff.
in,
Okay,
intelligence, because my guy's
So
retarded.
we are now on. Did we skip Lorian's turn? Well, you both got 13,
Yeah,
so it's Lorian's move now.
It's my turn now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to. Oh, hold on, let me get
Oh
myself.
my
Kill
God,
her.
those
Kill her.
I'm
mechanics.
gonna.
You did 39 damage to one attack.
Can I smear, as we go
myself
to the
some-
next one, smear blood battle lines across my face like some sort of war god?
You do have some blood splattered on your face from this undead creature. It's very coagulated and chunky
Undead
blood.
blood on your face. That's
Yeah,
sanitary.
it's not as fresh as
Blood
living
means
blood.
honor. Blood means honor. I shout as I run and scream in the room.
Wow, that is
27. Hello.
That's a natural 20.
natural
Hello.
20, and I only did fucking 8 damage.
Which one are you
Wow.
attacking? You have to tell me which one you're attacking first.
Oh yeah, this one back here.
Very good. So that is what, 8 total?
Yeah, that's so sad.
It's not that
Jesus
sad.
Oh, because it automatically calculates, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it did.
Super bad.
So yeah, you have a straight beam of scorching ray that shoots across the room directly into this ghast that you know it is, and it is screaming in place as it burns. Next we have Rollhall's move.
Well, I'm gonna make it easy for myself and wait, hold on. What is the range on this thing?
Fred Geek and Rohal and even Fred Geek and Jinyo and Lorian, while you're in that room, you also smell a terrible stench off these creatures. It's absolutely horrid. It smells like rotting flesh is just sort of emanating from their
Can I
bodies.
use a bonus action to put my little perfumed cloth up to my face?
I wish I had
Like
one
the-
of my
Do
fucking
you have a
flower
perfumed
contraption on.
cloth? If you have a perfumed cloth,
Well-
you can. Yes, you can.
Oh, I do have like a fancy little cloth. I guess it's not perfumed.
You can do that.
I just for flavor, just to be extra
Roosevelt
prissy.
jumps on the wagon elegantly.
Well, just on the side of it.
That's fine.
I use produce flame and I go with. Yeah.
Well, that is
that's fine.
one full action, so that's equivalent to an attack.
Yes,
Okay.
but what do you mean?
I just want to make sure you know that you're using up your attack on your turn for produce flame.
That's a
Yeah,
2d8
I mean,
thing.
yeah, no, I can use my attack and throw it.
Oh, okay. I forgot that produce flame does that. Awesome. Cool. Great.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw it, and I got a 24 to hit, and
Excellent.
3 plus 8, 11 damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I forgot produce flame can do that. That's really cool. Awesome.
It's good for a cantrip.
So yeah, he just keeps the flame going. Like as the scorching ray finishes off, he jumps in and he kind of elegantly he does like a little elven slide underneath the scorching ray, joins in and just joins the fucking party with the flame. Good shit. There you go.
Flick it with your finger.
This creature is perturbed. Next we have Falmanar.
Palminar is, I don't know how to play a warrior, to be honest with you, but I'm guessing he rushes it and fucks it up.
Yeah, Ev, it'll make it so much easier if you from now on play Falminar, at least while he's in the party. If you and I can talk out of character, if it's too much work, I can have him go on like a personal.
That's no problem. But just how many times can a level 7 fighter hit something?
He has 2 basic attacks, not including like I have a dagger. He has 2 basic attacks with his main weapon. With his he's got champion fighting style. He's got champion subclass. So 15. They both hit. Man, this guy's a powerhouse right here. So let's see here. We got 14 plus.
Now he brings out the battle axe when I'm not giving him haste. Okay.
Let's see. He chops off one of the arms of the creature, and the creature is screaming wildly, and it has coagulated, chunky blood kind of oozing out of its socket.
Jam.
It's not looking too good for this fella. The ghasts move. This one-armed ghast makes a desperate attack at Jinyo, actually, because of his stature. He's being discriminated against. And that's an 11, which I doubt hits you.
Oh, you want my AC, right?
Wait.
Sorry, I meant to say Fred, because the stature.
Okay,
yeah, sorry. I'm getting all these names mixed up.
What was the attack, sorry?
It was only an 11. I think you have a higher AC.
Yeah,
so
misses.
He slams onto your armor and it does no damage to you. This other ghast runs up and leaps off of the shoulder of this ghast onto Jinyo and makes an attack with his claws. That is a 13. What is your AC?
16.
You're good. You definitely dodge it as it flies over you. And we're moving to Joseph. Your turn.
Hello. I will. Okay. First, I will run up to this dude and attack him with a rapier.
Probably flanking it.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to take off my disadvantage. Let's try that again.
Are we flanking it, Steve?
Your back is to it, unfortunately, because it kind of leapt over you.
21 to hit.
However, the other one is super flanked. Go ahead, Joseph.
And I would 21 to hit.
Ooh, that definitely hits.
And then I would like to use my sneak attack since he is within 5 feet of my ally. So that's 7 plus 9. That's 16 damage.
2 low damage. Jeez.
You pierce it straight through the sternum, and it goes lifeless as it is on your
then
even more lifeless.
The stench is almost unbearable.
Then I would like to use my fast. I have reloaded my hand crossbow by now, right?
Yeah. Before you made your movement, you did.
Yeah, I would like to use fast hands to also shoot at this fellow at here. Wait, can I use sneak attack 2 times? Okay, so
I believe you can if it's on a different creature.
Sneak attack is a one-time thing.
It's a one-time thing.
I mean,
I think
that's what I think, but I'm not gonna promise anything.
Oh yeah, once per turn. Yeah, never mind. Once per turn. Okay, then I would then I'll just do a regular hand crossbow.
If you roll very low, and keep in mind you have disadvantage because you have one eye sight,
disadvantage.
You could hit your teammates. I'm just saying that ahead of time. Make your roll.
Go for it.
Duck! I say before I shoot.
To the short gnome standing in front of the short ghast. 9. You miss your target, and your bolt pings off of Fred's shoulder. His metal armor, which protects him.
Joseph.
It just skims it. It just skims it. Fred barely even notices.
I curse under my breath.
So which one is dead now, Steve?
I will mark that for you. That is correct.
Is that the end of your turn, Sid?
Yes.
Alright. Well, I do something impressive and I punch it.
Well, actually, I have to say, on the beginning of your turn, if you start your turn within 5 feet, you have a stench issue. So make a Constitution saving throw, because the creature has such a horrendous stench.
Well, that's
it is a
23.
Stench. You are fine. It is horrible to endure, but you're fine.
I punch it.
Yes.
Oh, that's a... I'm rolling so low for these. 13 to hit.
I'll say one thing. It has an armor class of 13. It has an HP of 1. You
I've rolled
strike it and it
13
dies.
twice now. Fuck no.
As it is trying to grasp at its missing arm, it falls to the ground dead. It is slain.
Can I explode his head?
No,
with my thunder?
you don't. But the creature is slain.
Yes, that feels great.
Is the initiative over now?
The combat is over, yes.
Can I use my vials that I said I asked if I could have? This is my roleplay item, by the way. My glass vials to take some of the necrotic blood off of my rapier, or sword, sorry, and put it into the vial. And then put the vial away.
It's officially not necrotic blood, but it is the blood of the undead. So
can I do it in a
like
deceptive and subtle way?
Sleight of hand roll, please.
Is that a 20d20 with plus, right?
It's whatever your proficiency is in sleight of hand.
13.
13. I will only have Fred Geek make a perception look standing right next to you.
17.
So only Fred Geek kind of notices you doing this. It's up to him whether or not he cares, but he does notice it.
I notice it. I don't do it.
Frederick will know, out of character, will know why I'm doing this. So, because if we've been traveling together, so I would have told him anyway.
But he'll know in character.
Yeah,
too.
I bring out a machine.
Oh yeah.
I bring out a contraption from my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a small perfume bottle that you every now and then just automatically.
Oh, nice.
Like uses it.
What are you doing with it? Oh, just a perfume. Okay, I thought
and hold it out. Yeah, and it.
With all your contraptions, I thought you were gonna do something else.
It is some magical tinkering thing. Like it automatically pumps.
Very nice. Very nice.
I don't have to.
So like
an air
when you
freshener
spray
that goes on a timer.
When you spray Lysol, and it's like citrus scent in a bathroom where somebody took a rank dump.
Yeah, it's like
it now
one of
smells
these
like
automatic ones.
It smells like citrus because now it smells like citrus and lilacs and yes, but there's still the
dead gas.
The stench of the gas. So now it's lilacs, citrus, and rotting gas.
Precisely. But it is slightly more bearable, however.
Yes,
you guys a little bit of an advantage on that. And as you sort of walk around, Roll Hall's Lantern of Revealing also reveals, very, very small on the wall, written in an ethereal plane, another symbol that is paired with this letter E here.
These chests, do they have anything in them?
Those are barrels, actually. I know they look like chests, but they're barrels on their side, and they are filled with just murky water. Roll Hall, this door, as you approach it, seems to be easy to open if you choose to sway it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll see why not.
Okay.
Is this a door here?
Why are there spikes in the wall right here?
Yeah, that was my following.
One moment. I'm revealing a few things for Roll Hall here. So Roll Hall, you see that this area has sort of what they call arrow slits. And you can see that there is a cliff outside. You have quite the elevation, as you remember before you were entering the catacombs. The other side of the catacombs, or the hill at least, had sort of a huge crevasse between you and the mountains. Also in this room, we have 17 gold coins. You find what you believe to be some kind of unique bracer with a crude mechanical blade that can retract from it. And you also see on the wall here, a bracer is like a thing that you put on your wrist that you use to protect yourself from attacks.
Yeah. Okay.
With a retractable blade?
Yes, it has a retractable blade.
Hold up. That's mine.
Do you say that in character?
Could you describe it
Yes.
again?
Describe what? Sorry.
Could you describe it again?
Yes, it looks like a bracer that has a retractable blade. That if you were to wear it with a sleeve, it could conceal it. Without a sleeve, it would be harder to conceal. If you
I try to identify it a little bit more? And just,
you don't believe it to be.
Actually, I yell Frederick's. Yeah, you're standing right there. So I'm gonna just hand it over to him and say, like, can you?
Very good.
This? And I'll take the gold coins.
Very good.
Does it seem magical
17.
to begin with?
It does not appear to be magical to Fred Geek. The others are not certain because they're not really knowledgeable in this sort of thing. But Fred, you are an expert in all things sort of mechanical and crafting.
Yeah,
this
we'll
looks
see
to
how it
be
works.
very, very crude to you. Your craftsmanship is much finer. It's a bracer that basically, if you use your kind of like Spider-Man with your like middle finger and ring finger, if you pull down on a certain little pull tag on the palm, it'll release a blade to come forth from your wrist. A blade that is similar to a dagger, but a little bit longer. So it'll do 1d6, kind of like a short sword, because it is firmly planted on the wrist. And then to retract it, you just have to push it against sort of another surface to retract it back into your hand.
Oh, this thing might break any minute. It doesn't look very well made.
Well, we could potentially mend it with the help
It's
of...
not broken. It's just shit.
Okay. Could you reinforce
Can
it?
you make it better?
I could, but
Because the contraption is quite a good thing for particular individuals of our party.
yeah, I could make it a bit better. But for now, I'm
Just have it in your inventory, I guess. Yeah.
I'll give it. I'll hand it over to
Yeah, no, you, particularly you, but we should have it in our inventory, and we'll just take a look at it later.
It works, but it's...
Can I do something in this room now? You guys not finished in there yet?
Yeah, I was just gonna check what's on here and here.
You finish in there, then I'll do this one that I'm next.
I will say that over here there's just some old jugs that are empty. Over here there is it seems to be a wheel that is attached to a chain.
Oh,
and some ropes. And you think that it not only might lift this, but also if you turn the other way, it might be able to lift this metal grating here.
It's alright.
But
I played power up, just lift it up and we'll run under it. That'll be fine.
But you know that it requires strength on the other side of the wheel here, on the other room here, that you can see through with your keen eyes through the arrow slits here.
So, can I...
I should be able to see more, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I'll reveal. One moment.
You know, if we do find that orb of dragon kind, I've been thinking it's really not a good thing to get in the hands of an evil black dragon.
Oh no, we're keeping that.
I'd rather not get eaten by the dragon either.
Mm.
I'm
You not
gonna
see the size of that thing?
I'm gonna go in
Yeah.
this room and have a look at what's on the desk.
I'm just wondering. She said something about how they used it to control dragons. I wonder if I could use it to control her. Could send her after Gonadar. That could be amusing.
Yeah, what do I need to make an investigation roll, Stephen? I look through this.
In this room, you see perpetual flame on the fireplace, and unfortunately, this room is filled with lots of the rotted food that has rotted away from either disuse, disrepair. You also see some of the tools used for the morgue for preparing bodies for tombs and things like that as well. Not much of value in here, unfortunately. However, you can see through the arrow slits, which I'm going to reveal as well. And as you look outside, you can see that you are several hundred feet high, about 200 to 300 feet high, looking over the cliffs of these plains that go between. It's more of a valley. It's more of a giant crevasse. You do see the storms, but they're not strong. But you know that they will harm you and your living flesh. And from the other side of the valley, Rohal, you see that it is the mountains of Northold. That kind of you see that this tomb is like the last tomb on the crevasse between you and the mountains of Northold.
I'm gonna go up to the base of these stairs, like the top of them.
Oh, interesting.
Hold on, before you do that, guys.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going up. I'm just waiting here.
Calm down. I kind of want to see if we can roll these up and.
I personally think we should just leave that in case that doesn't do what we think it does. For
In a
now.
bit of a hurry as well, aren't we?
Well, it obviously does what, but.
I'm gonna do this one, this one, so we can just as well do it and see what's there. And then
what's out there that requires there to be a big fat off gate?
Okay.
That's my.
We're kind of chasing something, aren't we?
Let's get these death notes.
We've been here for quite a while now.
I also kind of want to go back here, but
That thing on the wall, isn't that what Sid picked up though?
No, that's Paladin's. There's nothing useful in that room. It's all like memorial
Just
stuff.
the thing that Ev inspected was the thing that he picked up.
right.
Yeah.
This place as well.
You also see that this area is completely empty. It just has stray.
We also didn't go someplace way
Yeah, on the far right.
back
Steve,
down.
As I said, that's an ornamental sigil representing the paladins, similar to the sigil that you see on the floor here, with the wings and the sword.
what are these walls? They look different from before.
Yeah, they are. I'll show you. They're sort of. I'm going to reveal that for you right now. One moment. It's because these are open walls. They're not closed. Let me reveal. Here we go. There's a walkway up here. I can look over the edge. And this is actually more of just a filled pillar here. This stairway.
This is the room we're in, right?
Yeah.
And this is the way up.
Yeah.
So you're going down the stairs again that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're all facing downward, and then so you all would be moving up this way essentially. Here you see just sort of an empty bedroom. You might believe that this is another area that one of the. I mean, there is one rapier there. This is one of the areas that you believe one of the warlocks might have spent time in. You see a doorway right here next to Fred Geek. You can inspect, yes.
So is it locked?
It is unlocked. The door is partially open as well.
So where do these stairs come from here? So if we just come up from.
So the stairs that you're on, Jinyo, are
these stairs.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, cool. So I should be facing this one.
So Fred finds the letter O, and with Jinyo's lantern of revealing, sees that there is a symbol in the ethereal paired with it. Roll Hall with your 17, you see that this room is sort of very neatly kept. You're not sure, but you think that one of the warlocks slept here.
And the rapier was.
Before he was a deathlock. And it's just a regular rapier, it's a non-magical rapier.
Gotcha.
Sorry, it's a scimitar. I meant to say scimitar.
Okay. Is a chest here?
The room that, yes, there's a chest there. You can inspect it. You don't have to roll anything. You see inside that there's only 20 copper pieces.
Oy.
The room that Fred is in is also very plain. You see that this may be a room that either guests or some of the warlocks slept, or some of the water bearers, or you're not even sure. Could have been any of the above. It seems much more plain than you would imagine men of arcane to sleep. You see fanciful doors here, fanciful bronze doors ahead of Roll Hall. Also unlocked.
I'm thinking the same as L'Oreal, to be fair. We missed some parts that could have had more symbols in them. It could be a problem later. But we don't know yet though, but it could be a problem later.
Good.
Is it piercing or slashing? I'm sorry.
It's like earlier when we got locked out of the next area because the door monsters.
Is it piercing or slashing? It's a good question. I think it's. Just look at short sword on Google. I don't remember.
It's not a homebrew thing. Okay, I thought it was.
No, just do 5e short sword. It's essentially a concealed short sword on your bracer. It's like slightly smaller than a short sword, longer than a dagger.
Do we want to continue forward, or do we want to go back and check that area first?
Which area? Oh, you mean
like very far right? We missed some parts that could have more symbols in them.
That's true.
We could always head back, or we could possibly head back later. We don't know.
Up a tower right now, though.
I feel like going up here is the important way we should be going.
Yeah,
well, let's just hope we're not missing something important at that point, because this puzzle is a bit. Or cipher, or whatever you call it. It's basically like an alphabet.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But if
we're here to kill the death
we
box.
can only go so far up. We could go back if we do encounter
Let's continue. As you're saying, we have a quest. We have something to do.
Well, this door here is actually locked, and it appears to be bronze and rather fanciful.
Can I look at the lock and see if I can picklock it?
Sure. Just by looking at it, you don't have to make a roll. You can see that it is pickable, but it is better than some of the other locks that you've been tinkering with in this
So I will...
tomb.
Joseph, I know you saw me do that one earlier, but this one looks like a fancy door, and I think we need to do it together.
Sure, let's go ahead. Let's try it.
So, who's gonna? Do you want to do it, and I'll assist you, or shall I do it and you assist me? Who's better at it? Let's talk about this, because we need to get this open, because I think this is an important door.
There's another unlocked door over here. Wanna pick it up first?
Well, I don't know what your skill is. I know I read a book, but
my skill's not that great.
Fine, I'll do it. So do I roll with advantage or just normal?
Yeah, roll twice basically, or you can just do the advantage button. Your choice. Same thing. Oh my god, this guy is too good at picking locks.
Yeah.
The door swings open as you pick it.
So just to me to understand something here, right? Ooh, the piece is all in pieces. That's obviously important. So because Joseph Steve's tools are 10, right? His skill at lockpicking is better than mine because mine are 6.
Correct.
Right. So when I level up, I can level up my thieves' tools. Is that correct? Like
not necessarily. It depends on the rogues leveling up. He had a higher thing because he had different base ability scores, and also because he had training in character and things like that.
I suggest the book.
Yeah, he had a tome, which had.
Has he got? Do you have the tome?
Wait, it was at the book, or it was a book?
Steve, I'm gonna go AFK for like 5 minutes.
Sure.
Okay, I'll be back soon.
It was a book that one of our... What is it? What's the name of it?
Because that room seems important, can we just open this door down here first?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, I feel like this is not as important, but
it opens easily.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait here for you guys.
The part up there seems important. This could be
This room's irrelevant. It's not even locked. Oh, there's a scroll there.
Yeah. Alright. What part do we want to do first?
So as you enter this room, you see that there's
before we do this,
there's not really as much water damage, and as you step in, you step in cautiously because you know that these rooms and these kind of places tend to be full of traps. You see that this may have been an area that Golazar spent much of his time. You see lots of books here about the planes, about searching for souls through the void and things like that. And you also see a desk with a few things on it.
Alright. Do we want to do this first?
So, I mean, bro, I was going to go for a smoke, so I'll let you guys do that room. I'll still be here to this, and I'll just wait by the other doors.
I can always move your token too, Jin, yeah, so no worries.
Move me over there, so I'm ready to do stuff if they need me.
So, as you both approach the desk... I'm sorry, go on.
I would want to be checking around under the rug and see if we can identify any pressure plates or anything like that, or... Yeah.
Make an investigation roll, please.
I'll help him out, I'll aid him.
So that'd be an advantage on investigation.
Yeah.
If I'm there, can I aid as well, or can you not? You can't get
you're not close enough. You're not close enough.
Funny.
I can't get double leader trigger.
You see that these are all in fairly well condition. The masonry. There's no perceivable pressure plates, and these steps lead up to almost like a small seated study where you kind of sit with pillows and things on the rug there. It's like where you sit on the floor, and it's meant to be a place of comfort where you study and block out the world. There's no windows here. There's almost no sound echoing through here. Seems like a study.
An isolation chamber.
Walk up then.
Yeah, I'll have a look at what's on the
So you both see at the same time what appears to be a twisted branch with tiny leaves coming out of it, You both recognize it as potentially a type of wand, and another small wooden wand it's smooth and white like ivory. They appear to be two unidentified wands on the table. The scroll and the map pertain to the planes and navigating them. They don't seem that useful. It's more of like an encyclopedia of the planes and things like that as a reference. Okay, Roll has both of the wands, so there were two unidentified wands that you have there. Make an Arcana roll.
Can I have a look at them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Both of you can make Arcana rolls on that.
What's your
one for each or same? Plus 8.
Make
Crazy good.
one for each. One for each.
All right.
Okay,
For the white wand, it's crazy good.
So both of you will do the white wand first, and then the other one first.
Identifying the ones. So, fire away.
Oh, do I get advantage?
I'm sorry. What did Rohal say?
I'm assisting him in identifying items.
Got it. So the first one will be for the white wand, and the other one will be for
the first one was a 23.
Okay.
The second one is a natural 20 for a 28.
Oh my!
For the wooden one.
Oh
The
my.
rolls. Honestly, since I've put my dice, I'm getting better rolls on my real dice.
I got a 20
so,
and a 19 on that one.
So I'm gonna say that you actually, for the first wand, you only know that it is a unidentified wand in the School of Conjuration. The other wand, you know exactly what it is and how many charges it has. It has 5 charges, and it is a necromancy wand. The wand with the twisted branch and tiny leaves is the Wand of Gentle Repose. In my world, unless otherwise specified, wands do not regain their charges. They're one-time use. There may be exceptions in the future. So those 5 charges are 5 charges to be used once and only once.
Gentle Repose is the one which slows down the
decomposition of bodies and things.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
And the other one was School of...
The other one is the School of Conjuration, but it's still unidentified.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Steve, have we run out of doors in this area?
In this area, you have downstairs. You missed
Nowhere
one,
else,
which
though.
I should have alerted you to because it's hard to see down here. I'm pinging where the bodies
Oh.
are.
But we missed more stuff behind as well, so we're not in that much.
Yeah, and there's
There
more.
we go.
Have you done your little room now? That
No, we
Or-
haven't. We haven't checked anything around, and one more was on the table.
The other things that you see here, they all pertain to the different planes, the inner and outer planes, and many of them have to do specifically with the negative plane. Again, you see this as a place where Golazar did lots of his studies. So unless you have like a really interest in the negative plane specifically, you're not going to find much else here on these shelves. There's tons and tons of books on all different accounts and histories of the planes and arcane studies.
Can we find something in relation to this place and the negative plane?
Yeah, make an investigation roll.
Can I get assisted in that by chance?
Look at that once.
Yeah, you were, and now...
All right, I'll help you.
You in doing that. Fuck, that would mean like...
I help him out even more with the Flatter Genius for a 16 instead of an 11.
Yay.
Okay, one
I
moment.
just rolled over from 16 to fucking 6. It's like, what the...
Let's see, what was the roll again?
16.
16.
I boosted it.
You find a small journal of personal notes about the negative plane, and you can see that Golazar wrote notes himself, Senvin Cromwell wrote notes himself, specifically tracking the course of Diranor's daughter's soul through the planes, but he also found that he was unable to find the destination of the soul.
Can you send me that
recall?
message?
Yeah, I can type it up for you later. You do recall in character that Lorien told you the story of how Diranor, his wife, and his daughter were all slain by a red dragon, and Gonadar brought back him and his wife if he obeyed and helped him raise influence, divine influence in this realm. but held back his daughter's soul until he completed his tasks. And you know that this is why Senbin is trying to help bring back his daughter without the help of Ganadar, to prevent Dirnor from kneeling to Ganadar. So that is all.
Understood. Are you hearing all that? Lorian?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh.
There, so she gets it.
In-laws, what can you do?
Go get married.
Well, I sure don't intend to.
I think we're done here.
Ever.
I believe we're done here. Yep.
Yeah, we'll move over. But
Joseph and Ginio, you see before you a statue of a drow man standing with his arms crossed and grasping a sword as well, a long sword.
Do I recognise that man? I'm not on my computer, so can someone roll history? I guess it would be, right?
It would be a history roll, actually, yeah. You can all make a history roll, all of you.
Can someone roll for me?
I'll do it for you. Oh yeah, he's got control. He'll do it for you. Cool.
Sorry, that was a advantage. And of course.
Mira, rinse this glass for me. I'm gonna have another. Yeah, we're gonna shot at beer. We got another cool beer coming down the pipeline. Let's see, I'm waiting on a few of your rolls still. History rolls, Lorian.
Yeah.
What was your Fred? Geek.
History roll?
8.
Okay.
8. Okay.
What did I get?
Oh my!
God damn.
So not only did Lorian roll a 27, but Lorian is the only one who has seen an exact replica of this statue, not only in character, but also in a previous session that we had. So that plus the 27 means she knows precisely what this is and what her link to it is. This is the same statue, Lorian, that you saw while racing through the cultist tunnels after escaping the black ooze coming down from the ceiling and the goblin and orc raid on the cultist tunnels, if you recall, at the base of the northern Dwelland Mountains. Yeah, with all the mechanical doors and things. And as you found your way through the flooded tunnels, you found several statues relating to those who have been missionaries in wiping out other deities, other beliefs, and also atheists. And this one is Kalinar the Exalted, who slayed the Silent One with the Godsbane in year 1251 DR, which you all know stands for the Dale Reckoning, which is the time that the elves and the Dales folk did this and that. Anyway, it's similar to like BC and AD in real life. So Kalinar the Exalted. And you also know that Nimlalwe, when looking through some of these statues, and there was even an unlabeled statue that was being erected for Diranor in those flooded tunnels, you know that this is all in relation to Diranor working with Ganadar to wipe out the influence of the other gods and to raise this influence of this Forgotten One in order to give him enough power to do what he will with this entire realm. So you know here that this sword lying here may be one of the fabled weapons, or maybe the actual Godsbane that you've heard of, known to slay a god. Whoa. Now, before you say anything, Laurie and Joseph, you're standing before it looking at it. It is so reflective that it looks like a mirror. And engraved in it, it has unrecognizable symbols.
So
symbols
that
do not...
Is the sword broken, or is it whole?
The sword?
It is broken in 3 pieces, and it has symbols engraved into it that don't align with any language that any of you really are familiar with. It might be somewhat similar to Abyssal, but not quite. And it's similar to Infernal as well, but not exactly. It's not quite.
I know Infernal.
But it unfortunately is not Infernal. It just seems to be similar to their alphabet, but not quite. And it's not a speakable language none of you perceive. It's more of it's symbolic or tribal, so to speak.
All right, gotcha.
Whoa. That thing can kill a god. Apparently. I mean, when it's not in pieces. I think we should stick this in my bag of holding and take it with us. Maybe with some I wouldn't touch it with my bare hand if I were you. Maybe some cloth or something.
Is there a Tolkien in this universe?
I'm wearing armor. I could probably grab it for you.
Oh my god, you were thinking the same thing, Rose.
So hold on. Is this armor? Say again. Is this armor? Or is this just a statue?
No, it's just a statue. Just a statue of a drow man.
Okay.
I poke the sword's hilt.
Actually, as you do that, Joseph, you see that the hilt is thick and cushioned with an unknown black leather, a leather that even an expert of nature would know. You might think it is some kind of unworldly leather from a beast from not your plane of existence.
Expert in nature, you say? Hello.
It could be from the Feywild, but maybe not. Make a roll in nature and you'll see.
Well, I mean, my character is very strongly connected to the Feywild, so...
Correct. But
Can
it
I
could
have
be
a look
from
at the sword as well?
different...
That's
Sure.
a smith.
And I get...
and Lorian, actually, there's more that you know with your 27 history that I didn't get to quite yet.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
But I actually do want to see Fred Geek's appraisal of the weapon as well, because he might even be more versed in such a thing. 14 nature. You believe that it is from no creature that resides in the Feywild, the leather on the hilt.
Okay.
Or the material plane,
Gotcha. Understood.
which is the plane you're in, for those of you who
Yeah.
are not versed in vanilla. Fred Geek, I'm trying to think what the roll would be. This one would be also history, actually. Make another history roll now that you're looking at the weapon itself, Fred.
Oh, that's awful. That's the same. It's an 8. I rolled a 3.
Oh, that's so unfortunate because this is your expertise, is like specialty craft weapon things like that. So you don't know much of it. You definitely feel that it is not of necessarily arcane power. It could be of kind of either patron or a religious power that flows through it. Lorian, you know only because of the things that you've read and because of your journey here and some of the small text that you've read on several of these statues, and also because of your bloodline, this and that you know that this weapon you believe is abyssal. It was forged in the plane of abyss. And only you know that you think it's from the hellscape layer of the abyss. There's several layers of the abyss. Again, these are things that you know very little of. You know them only in a academic context. You don't know much about them from the tales of adventurers and travelers or sailors or interplanar beings, but just from books that you've read. And you believe, and you've read in one of your stories, actually, not even in one of your scholastic books, but one of your childhood stories that children would tell each other, that there's a demon forge there. And Fred Geek knows of this as well. He knows that this is a legendary thing, but he doesn't make the connection between the sword and the demon forge itself. But he's heard of the legendary demon forge in the plane of the abyss, known as the Hellscape.
And would we need to use a demon forge to repair it?
The demon forge is the only way to repair the Godsbane, and you believe that this is indeed the Godsbane.
The Hellscape? What was going on?
Yeah, so I explain this to the party, and I say, yeah, we really shouldn't leave this sitting around. I don't know if we'll ever go to the plane of the abyss. Doesn't sound like a fun vacation, but we don't want somebody working for Ganadar to pick it up and go there.
Do
Because
I think would
kill-
we be able to reforge that, or does it needs expertise, doesn't it? It's not something we can just fix ourselves.
Well, we can just scatter the pieces around the planes.
Well,
I guess.
let's
throw them
scatter them in my bag of holding for now, though.
I mean, we can just throw them in the deep ocean.
Put them in the bag of holding, because
Yeah.
Lorio
one
doesn't
piece
work for
at least.
Gonadar, and we might need it. Because worst comes to worst, you could stab the end of the blade into a god or something, if that's what it's for.
I mean, you can kind of put it, the blade's tip on a pole and make it into a god's blade spear of sorts, I guess. I'm not an expert here. Yes, did something happen if I poke the hilt like I did before?
Nothing happens, but you can feel that the weapon has quite a weight to it. It's heavier and more dense than anything you've ever used. You're used to using finesse weapons that are kind of light and elegant, and use your dexterity. This is a weapon that uses pure strength and power of the user.
Don't touch that. Don't ruin it. This is a beautiful piece of work.
And to Fred Geek, it is something that is far beyond anything he's ever worked with, and he's a very talented masterwork craftsman.
So I'm gonna take a piece of cloth. I'm gonna open up my bag of holding.
I can grab it with my gauntlets as well, carefully.
Okay. All right. Yes. Hand it to my homunculus in the bag of holding. I'm like.
The homunculus's beady eyes widen, and it makes a small sound. As it takes the pieces of the blade, known as the Godsbane.
Watch over those.
So, for those of you who don't know, the homunculus is a small little potato-shaped little fucking waddling humanoid which is created from clay, ash, and blood through an arcane process. Lorien was so lucky as to have had a master wizard create one for her, which is essentially a small serpent. She can send it off. It's very feeble, but she can sometimes see through its eyes and ears and things like that, and hear through its ears and things like that.
Yeah, and it lives in my bag of holding because it doesn't need to breathe because it's made out of clay and ash and blood.
And her bag of holding, also for the layman, is a place. It's like an interdimensional pocket where you can put lots of heavy things. That doesn't weigh you down.
I know what a bag of holding. There's a shop in the local town called the Bag of Holding, and it sells like all the D&D stuff.
Oh shit! There you go.
Nice. So yeah, all of our remaining gold that I hid from the dragon is in there. And
I never had any gold. I've been broke since
I threw all my gold at the dragon, and I'm waiting to be compensated handsomely.
You will be, but we should probably wait until we're not dealing with the dragon anymore, because you'll probably just take the rest of it. And Nimlaway's blood is in there, and all this random heavy shit. Because I'm absolutely not a hoarder, though. And I give the homunculus a sideways glance and kind of shake my head very slightly at it. Telling it to not contradict me. I don't know, dude.
I am standing right next to you. Do I notice it?
I'm trying to be subtle, but I don't know if I am. Like, if you peek into the bag of holding, then you probably see like fucking bolts of cloth and like a pipe of tobacco and like some studded leather armor and all these, like bandages and fine clothes and like some wine bottles and just random, like a fuck ton of books and like keys that are all rusty and pointless and just some bread loaves, like all kinds of random shit in there, like just lots of stuff. The homunculus is probably sitting on a pile of random crap.
Alright, I don't think
you successfully bring the blade pieces into your bag of holding, unless anybody opposes or claims the blade pieces. You're welcome to. And you do so safely. Nothing crazy happens, and you do so.
Come on, there's nothing else with the statue. It just seems like a statue.
It seems like a statue, and Lorien seems to be very familiar with it, and she seems almost stunned by seeing its presence here.
Yeah, I tell everybody about it, and briefly recount how we ended up wrecking a ship full of slaves, most of whom died horribly, but we managed to save a few, and went into a cultist stronghold that happened to be getting attacked by a tribe of orcs at the same time, and had to work our way through a bunch of automatic door puzzles, being pinchered between orcs and cultists, and I think there were some like giants or something loose somewhere too, weren't there?
There were not ogres, ettins. There were ettins that were imprisoned in there as well. Yes.
Yes.
Sounds like an interesting adventure.
It was a really cool adventure. So as you make your way back down the stairs, you realize that there was one other hallway that you did not check. Who chooses to go in there first?
I'm gonna have Falmanar
heading down first as well.
I'm gonna have Falmanar first.
I love how anytime I say things in a menacing manner, you guys send Falmanar first.
Well, he's got the fucking dragon.
Falmanar marches
armor.
in and says, "There's another symbol here."
I guess I thought. Oh, we don't have the lantern yet.
Oops.
Someone with the lantern.
I accidentally revealed that. There's a bee in the ethereal plane as Genie or one of you guys comes with the lantern. I accidentally revealed the bee. Yeah. So.
We're gonna see it. Puzzle. Second anyways. This thing is so long. This inscription, by the way, where was it that we found it? Was it over a door?
It was over a door toward the bottom of the map that you were.
Is it the one down here? Like the one we haven't opened.
I'll ping it for you right here. I'm pinging it now.
It is this one. Right?
Yeah.
Do we even have a way to get back to that at this point?
You do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Make your way through
further
the
right of that. It's closed.
Caverns.
Oh wait, we haven't been over here either, have we? There's more stuff over here.
No,
there are some areas you have not gone yet.
Yeah.
There are several.
There's also a door over here.
In the area where you killed the Deathlocks, there were several passages you did not go down.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're probably gonna want to go to those passages first.
Well, is there anything else in this hallway?
Are there anything in these rooms here?
Unfortunately, no. Just the symbols on the wall, and these are kind of abandoned and empty. Some rooms have quite the loot, and some do not. Joseph is rushing through quite deftly with his agile steps. He's very dexterous.
Alright, why isn't everybody coming with us?
I think Trigger's away or something, if you want to drag him to something.
Trigger is smoking a joint in character. He's got some sweet leaf. Everyone pause for a moment. Joseph, as you rush ahead, you suddenly feel one of the filaments that you're pushing aside to stick to your back and lift you.
Oh no!
Excuse you, what?
That's what you get for rushing ahead. Make a perception roll.
Right?
Make a perception roll.
Fucking
Are we close to him at this point, or are we like
only
behind
Fred? Only Fred is close to him, because you were also kind of rushing along with him.
Oh.
And you see this happen, Fred. Perception roll. You have no idea what's pulling you up, but you're off your feet and you're being raised into the darkness of the ceiling, which is a good 40 feet high from where you're standing.
You just get ultra sharp on the 5. Oh, that's the wrong character, but
he is being lifted at approximately 20 feet every 6 seconds. Which is very fast. He's basically flying toward the ceiling.
I'm gonna shoot a whatchamacallit, the firebolt at the filament.
Well, first of all, Lorian, you're kind of around the corner. Make a perception roll to see if you even notice this. It's kind of like winding tunnels here. You're it's kind of back there.
I'm assuming he's gonna be yelling.
I mean, you can if Fred Geek chooses to be startled, you kind of hear Fred Geek startled about something if that happens.
I mean, I'm close. I could do something as well.
Okay. I will say Fred gets one free round before initiative. I would say.
All right.
Okay. Can I do anything yet, or do we have to roll initiative first?
I'm gonna let Fred do one round because he's right there, and then we're gonna roll initiative.
He's way too. He's high up in the eye already. He's already like 20 feet up.
Yeah, he's flying up. He's about 20 feet up. Yeah, but there's still another 20 feet.
All right. Well, I cast magic missile. I slam a button on my armor.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Small spikes start flying out and chasing after and hitting it.
Very nice.
Fucking Iron Man.
So the magic missile hits offensive targets, correct?
It hits everything.
It's everything. Okay.
I'll roll the damage. Like every single one is a new roll, so it's.
That's a good play. That's a very good play. Okay, so tell me how much damage it does, because it is actually going to the target.
The first one does 3 damage. Second one does 5 damage. Oh, and the last one does 2 damage.
3. I'm sorry, and 5. And what was the last one?
2.
2. Not bad. All right.
It's very low damage thing, but it auto hits.
Okay, so when the missiles fly up, you can briefly see in the glow of the missiles this creature dangling through the crevices of the ceiling.
Nope, that's not okay.
And that filament that is coming out of its mouth is what's pulling up Joseph at a rapid pace toward it.
Oh god, and there were a bunch of those filaments too, weren't there?
And this one is it's pretty big. It's a little bigger than Joseph. You know, it's like twice the size of Joseph.
God dang.
Come here, I have a few nice tacos I'd like to shove in your face.
Fred is from the Underdark, so I'm gonna have him roll intelligence with advantage, which he's a smart character to begin with. So yeah, roll intelligence with advantage.
It's good to have advantage because I rolled a 1, but that is a.
Oh, that is good.
23.
Yeah, you know this to be a cave fisher. These things wait very patiently for people to be alone. You feel that it did not attack earlier because there were many of you around. They're quiet. They're very powerful. They usually wait on the ceilings of caves and things. And you know, your lair is similar to the Underdark. It's not the fabled Underdark, but it's an area that is very similar to the Underdark. You lived in these underground caverns with your gnomish people, and you frequently look out for these when you're traveling around. You just didn't happen to notice one this time.
Yeah, I curse at myself for not noticing it.
You know that they're not necessarily. They're very stupid creatures, but they're just patient and powerful.
Yes, this is a don't split the party object lesson monster.
Initiative time.
Ooh. Do you want me to roll for trigger as well?
I'm back now, by the way.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yeah, I've been back for a while.
Alright.
Cave Fisher got 20.
Fuck.
I can't do much if it's high
called
up
a
there.
kingfisher.
Cave Fisher.
Oh.
How far out? What's the thing?
It's about 40 feet high, and Joseph is about 20 feet up. Every 6 seconds he goes about 20 feet, so he's gonna get up there.
Wait, question. Did the thing stick to the back, to my back, like the coat?
It's like, yeah, it's like between your shoulder blades on your coat.
So okay.
It's wrapping around your torso though, as we speak though.
Oh, it's wrapping around. Okay.
Yeah, and it's also very sticky. Okay, make your initiative, so we shall see how this go on your journey back to the other area of the tomb.
Yay, I'm last again.
You also see that it is very camouflaged with the rocks. It looks very similar to these rocks up on the ceiling.
Gotcha.
You did hear something then, Rose. We should have looked for it.
Yeah.
It would have been very hard. It would have been very hard to see it.
It was high up in the sky. Would he look down? Would he look up?
Well, I looked on the walls, but
Yeah, we didn't look up though.
48 feet up, it's hiding.
They're also quite stealthy and silent. When they're standing still in the rock crevices, they're almost invisible because of their chitinous body.
I wonder if they taste like lobster, crab, or shrimp.
I guess we'll find out soon enough.
If I were
Maybe
playing
we'll find
Petunia
out
the
how you
Druid.
taste first, Joseph.
Yeah, it's possible.
We'll see about that, mate. Hopefully.
I like the confidence.
I'm good to go.
Oh yeah, we're good to go. Sorry.
Trigger hasn't rolled initiative yet.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you didn't click your character first.
Click your token and then do it because it'll.
Also, Dominar.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting for
Fulminar.
Fulminar. Yeah, let me.
Yeah, we can work that out. If it's a hassle, we can work it out.
Alright, never mind. I'm not
No,
going
it's
first anymore.
How do I move myself first?
It's kind of
'Cause
fun.
I'm
how
not-
we don't do that.
Oh, Steve. Alright.
Okay, well that one was Fulminar. I don't know why it had
there.
my name for it.
Well, he's there. He's got 12.
Because,
so
you know,
we're
below the chat,
we're
you got a
starting
spot
off
between
with
the characters.
Jinyo. Jinyo actually starts off. So at this point, everyone knows Joseph is in trouble. Joseph shouted uncontrollably for a moment, and I'm assuming Fred Geek called out that there's danger, or he's yelling "Cave Fisher" or something of the sort. I don't know.
How do I see that? Where's the ruler options?
I always forget how to do that. It's on the left toolbar.
And you can drag it. If you click the right button, you can like
There
do
you go.
stages. Like holding left.
Was it?
So,
Right.
so the creature is approximately 60 feet from you, a little less because you have to make your way around.
So I'll just get this 30 feet, isn't it? I can go, so I can probably get to about here.
Yeah.
I mean, can I go any further if I'm like sprinting? Like,
You can use your. You have your bonus as a rogue. You can use your dash option. You can use your bonus for dash.
It's up in the air, isn't it? So even if I dash in, I'm not going to get a melee.
It's quite high. It's quite high.
And would I be able to reach Joseph off the floor, do you think?
No, he's like 20 feet up being pulled up.
Okay, and can I shoot my crossbow
Certainly.
from here at it?
Yes, you can.
So how do I roll a crossbow? Is that just a d20?
I thought I put that in your attack rolls, but if
Oh,
not,
yeah,
then
yeah.
we'll
It is
have
in
to-
there, but I can take it. I want to use mine. I'll just click it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that hits. Wow, that's actually a good hit. Nice. 20. Wow. Okay, so then what you do is you click the bottom of that. I'll do it for you. So that's going to do 10 piercing damage. That's actually quite good. Damn. So you immediately call to action. You run up. You see that Joseph's getting pulled up by the filament. Your eye follows the filament up to the creature, and you shoot directly at it, even though it's in kind of a grayish darkness for you, even with your dark sight. And you strike true. You hit into the chitinous shell of this beast, which you're... make an intelligence roll without advantage, because you're from the Orc lands. These creatures did dwell in underground layers. I don't know if you would be familiar with it. Let's see what your intelligence roll says. You have no idea what it is, but you know it's not a good thing. You know it's not good. All right, next we have Fred Geek again, because I gave you a bonus round.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Does it
Yeah,
feel
he's
like
like
this
Iron
thing is
Man.
high? Maybe. Yeah. I'm just thinking about to do. Oh, I have the wrong thing. I'll move a bit closer, so it's not as far like up as well.
Yeah, sounds good.
If I want to cast something with a 60-foot range, am I close enough at this point?
Yes.
This is up in the high.
Yes.
Alright. Up in this guy. Oh, I'm going to. I bring my fist up, and they start glowing, like pulsating with blue energy, and I slam them together, and I cast Shatter
Okay.
on the creature, or like
Nice.
right
nice.
next to it.
So what is your range
So that-
on Shatter? Because the creature's a...
And it's a 10-foot.
Right. Okay, awesome.
Here, where it lands.
So is that an attack roll type thing, or is it just an automatic thing?
No, it's a save. It's a Constitution save.
It was a 13 roll?
It takes half damage. It's 16 to beat it.
Okay, so he takes full then, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright,
That's
so how much...
3d8 of thunder damage.
Ooh.
That is some terrible rolls.
What's the total?
332, that is 8. That's all.
Okay. Alright. Now my question for you is Joseph taking the damage as well?
Only if it's within 10 feet of my sphere. If it was close, I would have put the sphere a little bit like to the side so it only hits him.
I got it. So you can control the area of safety, right?
I'll put put where the spell lands.
Got it. You know, I think actually some of that damage is going to go on the filament that's pulling up Joseph as well. So let me take a quick look at that.
Everything inside of the sphere is damage.
Yep, definitely. I'm reading up on the filament. It's very complicated.
All right. Well, I also move closer below, ready to the big strong man I
wow,
am.
Actually, you damaged the filament, and Joseph is now falling 20 feet.
Well, I did that with the magic
Roll
missile.
hall.
Right? Seriously. What? 20
No,
feet? Is that a big fall? That's not that big of a fall, right?
I'm too far
It's
away.
2d6. 2d6.
I'm too far away anyway.
Can I? It's too late to use my bonus action now, isn't it?
It is too late unless you
I
have
have better fall, but I can't cast it.
Come on, I know you want.
That would have
so-
been the time to prepare the. If he falls down, I can grab him.
Featherfall, I believe, is a reaction spell, so you can throw it.
Not if I cast a spell on my turn before that. You can only do one
No,
spell.
that's a reaction.
He can. I think he. It's a
think
good
a spell
damn.
is only
It's a
one
good damn
spell.
question.
look,
It's a good damn question.
I think it's
Look at
one
the
spell.
reaction. No, it's. Hold
Ro-
on.
Roosevelt
I
might be
think
right
it's-
on that. Let me
quite
just
sure
check
one
it.
spell.
Let me just check it.
Reaction. Hold on.
It's on the same turn though because I cast a spell this turn. Like the reaction is after your turn in that case, but this is still on my turn.
Is it still on your turn? Yeah, I guess. But
It says
no,
when you
it's-
take a reaction, you can't take
Same
another one
thing.
until the start of your next turn.
It's the same thing as opportunity attack.
I
You can
think
always
you.
throw
I
an
think you're
opportunity
able to. I think you're able to. I think you're
Or-
able
Even
to.
though, well, it's not that much damage.
So make a decision. So
Can I not
basically,
try to catch him? Can I not try to catch him instead?
You're kind of small.
Yeah, but I'm wearing a magical armor.
Joseph is pummeling down.
It's only 20.
I mean, you
Which
might
way am
be
I
able.
going? Am I going face?
Can't he roll for acrobatics when he reaches the ground?
That's
what.
Not with a flat fall, but if he's trying to catch him, I'll let you guys do I'll let him do an acrobatics if you're trying to catch him.
I don't know this, man. I don't do anything. I freed him. It's up to him.
Okay, so Joseph,
I'll try.
Well, what?
let me look up the stipulations of this because I'm rooting for you. I mean, I think it's a flat 1d6, but I want to check it.
There's
see.
1d6.
Joseph, if you roll an acrobatics 20, I'll give it to you. Roll. If not, you're taking 2d6. You roll the 20.
That's 20.
God dang.
So you're taking a 1d4 instead. You actually tumble down with grace that, my goodness, you only take 3. That's actually
I'm
quite
a
impressive.
little kitty cat.
That's quite impressive. It's quite impressive.
3 is... Wow. Even 3 is like a lot of damage.
It is, but I'm bending rules here because of the grace of this 29, oh my god. With a nat 20. I'm being generous. Okay, next we have the Cave Fisher's turn.
Wait. Never mind, it's not my turn, I forgot.
It is not your turn. The cave fisher. The 3 of you here right beneath it. Falminar and Lorian have a hard time seeing Rohal's a little far. The cave fisher is really sort of an ambush creature, and Fred knows this. The others don't, and he sees it kind of scamper away into the darkness of the ceiling. As soon as the filament is broken, and as soon as several of you rush up, it gets scared and runs away. Unfortunately, it would have been a fun fight, but it's the nature of the creature.
It's like that Half-Life thing with the hanging down.
Yeah, except it pulls you up even faster. Yeah, because it's about 25 feet per turn. It does.
Damn.
Yeah, that's fast.
I don't want to know what would have happened if I would have gotten into those clampers.
If you were alone, Joseph, if you were alone, and if the creature wasn't afraid of a bigger group, you would have been so fucked up. All right, let's continue.
Fucking idiot! Why did you have to burn contraptions on you?
So what did we learn? Did we learn to stay together? Use the buddy system.
To look around. Well, then again, actually, I did. That's actually true. But hey, Steve, if I would have gone back alone, would I have been caught by that thing?
Probably, yeah. Probably. I think so. The cave fisher is actually quite amazing at catching people, especially in this tight little area where you're going on this one plank. The filament has like an AC of 12 and an HP of 5, but it has immunity to bludgeoning, piercing, and psychic damage. So there's a good chance it could have messed you up.
Everyone, do your acrobatics.
I'm just gonna quickly but carefully walk across all the things and follow Rohal.
Carefully walking across is actually safer, I'll tell you guys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk
I'm going to also carefully walk across.
As long as you guys all go one at a time, it seems to bear your weight just fine. So there's a door in front of you here, Rohal.
Is this where we basically we sort of fast traveled to where we didn't finish?
So there's a door here, there's a door here, there's an open hallway here, and there's a door here.
As a plan, because I assume as it's like we're going to be stopping shortly, right? Can we just everybody pick a door and stand by it, and we can open them all, and if we don't finish it, we have somewhere to start next session.
Yeah, that sounds good for me too. I feel like that's.
And then we can all pick 2 or 3 of the 4 rooms that look the most interesting, and then do those. Call it. Play some Put Out Laws and Legends.
We didn't leave behind this time.
Yeah, I'm actually up for some Hood as well. So let's do that. Let's pick some doors.
I have a birthday cake to bake.
Let me clarify. Ev, this is a wall over here. It's a wall. I'm gonna ping the doors again. Okay, there's a door here. There's a door here. There's an open hallway here that can be revealed with sight, and there's a door here.
Everyone's picked doors and they're just like, I'm going to go here. These bricks look cool.
I couldn't tell, and I didn't see things.
Yeah, so as Fred actually walks this way, I will reveal right now. This is going to take me a second. Revealing.
We walked over the board side of us. There's a door over here as well.
Okay.
So Fred finds this room with a replica of 7 of the warlock statues that you have seen throughout the tomb. This is one room with all 7 of the replicas of them here.
Do I have 5 knives? One of you guys have 1 knife. I know, at least.
And you see that they are all standing with an outstretched hand, waiting for something to be placed in them, as opposed to the formation of the other arms, the other statues.
I am profoundly surprised by that. Yeah, I have 5 of them. At least one of you has 1 of them. Does anyone have? I need to know if 2 of you have them or just 1.
No, we don't have them all.
I don't know. We don't have them all. No.
In that case, we're missing 1.
They must be in these. Yeah, we have 1. Someone's got 1. Who's got the other one? It's not on my character sheet.
I don't have one.
It's not on mine, I don't think.
It must be said then.
Let me make sure.
I will say that only 6 of the 7 were found.
Okay.
I don't think I have one.
But I froze the water in this, so you're aware.
It was already flowing with water. It's one of the water bear statues. Yeah.
I froze it.
Oh, you froze it. Okay, very good. Cool. It freezes about halfway across the floor as well.
Was this one searched for a dagger before it got frozen?
This one is not a warlock statue. It's a water bear statue. And so far,
we found 6 of the 7 statues, haven't we?
Correct. Of the warlocks.
Yeah. So we're missing 1 statue, but we have all 6 daggers because we haven't left any.
Correct.
Rose has made a point of going around and picking them all up.
Correct.
There's that doorway at the bottom of the map.
I mean, there's also 3 doors right in front of you here as well. I will
say that open the door in front of me here?
Yes.
Yeah, right
we're gonna start with Genios, and like I said, we're not gonna drag this all night. We'll do a few door openings here, and we want to make it fun. We don't want to draw it out, you know. So.
Probably where it is. Anyways, yeah. Let's
see here.
Check this out, I guess.
One moment. So in here you see a room, a storage room with some things. Let me pull up my notes.
Can I just investigate the room and see if there's anything of any importance or value that catches my eye?
Yes, you can. So as you go around, you see 3 more empty flasks. You find an empty journal, which is completely clean if you want a journal to put your own notes in.
Oh yeah, I'll take a journal.
Yeah, it's a right journal. And you also find some valueless quartz here. You're not sure what the quartz are for. Maybe casting materials.
I'll take them and give them.
So
I was gonna
three quartz.
Oh, you take them, Rose. I was just gonna give them to Fred because he's the master crafter.
Sure.
And then there's also a small empty storage room here as well. I'm revealing it now. So this room doesn't have anything really of value.
Alright, so I guess I'll just go out of this room then.
So we have Joseph and we have Lorraine standing in front of other unopened
What's
doors.
There?
Yes, I'll open this door.
Very good, very good. I'm going to reveal that for you now. One moment. Doing that. Okay. So this door is unlocked and it slowly creaks open. It requires a little of your force, but not a strength roll. This one is shaped a little oddly, so give me one moment while I reveal it to you. Okay.
It's a big room, I reckon.
It's a little bigger than some of the others. Let me get there. And it's almost revealed. There we go. And as you enter, you see the 7 tombs of the paladins. This is the paladin's tomb. Roll Hall, you're joining as well in this room?
Okay, can I go in there as well?
What are you all holding?
My rapier. And as I have been for the rest of it, because I haven't.
My hands are empty.
Okay, so
holding a
dagger, I think.
And I've got my Lantern of Revealing in my other hand, as I have done as we've been traveling around.
On this wall here, right here, actually.
Oh, right, lantern. Exactly.
Written in the ethereal plane, in very neat and small handwriting on this very plain wall, you see written, and I can also share this in game or on Roll20. The 7 of us were bound to fall. Braun outlived Umnik, which surprised us all. Rin sang at Delphine's wake when she died. Only Braun and I stood at Rin's graveside. Kiara was next after Umnik, I'm sure. And then poor Godric, who couldn't endure. When Delphine died, that left only 3, and the last one to die was me. The braziers represent our souls, ignite in order the cold black coals, to reveal the orb which controls the beasts stronger than swords, prayers, and scrolls.
Yo.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to solve that tonight.
No, I'm just presenting it for you now. I'll share that with you in text. Yeah. One moment. Let's see, where is that now? Where is that?
I know where it is.
Yeah.
There we go. So that you can kind of tinker with between sessions if you want.
I already have an idea. Can I suggest it to people?
You can suggest, certainly.
So looking at that and the order of which they died, there's those braziers. We need to light them in the order of which they died, and that will solve the puzzle, and then something will happen, and we'll get the extra dagger.
Yes, that's exactly what it says.
Yeah.
This is Umnik. This is labeled in the material plane on the stone. Umnik. What was it? Sorry, this was this is Torgon, Rin, Kiara.
Can we write text on the thing?
The order doesn't matter at the moment, though. More importantly is the text that I sent you guys, really. But yeah.
Can I try and ignite?
Wait. Let's solve this problem.
No.
Perhaps.
We don't want to kill the fun. We can draw it out and do more next session. Joseph is in front of another door up here, I will say.
Yeah, let's open that.
Yes.
Joseph, this door is locked.
Split the party again.
Split the party again. He gets pulled up into the ceiling.
Keep it happy. It's gonna pick the lucky.
It's always alone.
26. Well, I can't argue with that. All very doable. Let's see. I'm gonna reveal. One moment.
I'm not burning any more spells on him.
Hippity hoppity. Gonna pick at the lockety.
I don't have very many spells, and I had to burn fucking 2 on him.
Hippity hoppity, pickety luckety.
Just doing a little bit of revealing. This is also a complex shape. Give me one moment. Lots
big
of
one as well.
Fun places. Lots of fun places. Places that might kill you. Places that might reward you. Oh my! What have we here? Is this a warlock statue? And we will stop here, and we'll continue next time. There's also another symbol on the wall.
Yeah.
This was